re- and behind him are the performance and the race concept cars. Behind them are the super stock cars, which have lined up with the top 8 rivers. So it's an interesting format. The number of laps is longer for this race, and it will be a 10 lap race as against the 8 lap race, which was the first race. So it's a 10 lap race, and it's about the winners moving from the back and trying to come in the front. So it will be interesting with all of them fighting for honors in their respective categories.
That was Mr. Amit Arora from the Madras Motorsports Club giving us a download from the race grid. The next race, starting off this beautiful Sunday afternoon, is the all saloons categories. We've got 3 to name: the Indian Touring Cars Series, the Indian Junior Touring Cars class, and the Super Stock Series. As per our race format, race 2, the start order will be basis the reverse of the finish order of race 1. And as it stands in the Indian Touring Cars, we've got a reverse grid of the finish order from race 1. Let's have a quick look at the grid while the drivers go on a final formation lap for their second race. In pole, starting off on his VW Polo, is car number 23, Jeet Jabak for Skoda VW Motorsport. In P2, his teammate, sporting car number 21, is Anandit Reddy on his VW Polo. In P3 for Team Race Concepts, the veteran 9-time national champion on his beloved Honda City VTEC is Arjun Balu. That's our top order for the Indian Touring class. In P4 is Hajim Shabir in the IGTC. In P5 is Charan Chandran. In P6 is K. Srinivas. In P7 is Varun Anekar, a race winner of race 1 in IGTC. That's our top 7 so far. Now, the reverse order in the Super Stock Series, we have Dr. Shivani Prithvi, one of the lady drivers in this category, sporting car number 81 for Team Race Concepts. In P9, Alisha Abdullah, sporting car number 24, starts in 9th for Team Race Concepts. In P10 is Suprij Venkat. In P11 is Ritvik Thomas, car number 93 for Team Race Concepts. In P12 on the Super Stock is RP Raja Rajan, sporting car number 14 for Performance Racing. In P13 on the Super Stock, sporting car number 25, also for Performance Racing, is Deepak Ravikumar. In P14 is Chetan Korada, car number 1 for Team Race Concepts. Starting off row 8 for Team Race Concepts, on car number 55 is Div Nandan, the 18-year-old, the debutant on his second race in this round 1. In P16 is Anand Prasad, and closing the 17-car grid is Raj Shekhar in car number 44. Wow, what a packed, powerful, action-packed grid this is. We got a lot of racing left to go. 10 laps stands between our drivers and the checkered flag. With the reverse order in place, can Jeet and Anandit make a break and take that 1 and 2 for VW Motorsports? Or will our veteran Arjun Balu, who had a stunning race 1, take this and make it a double? Stay tuned, folks. Lights off in 10 seconds. The energy, the momentum, everything that they worked for is about to start. And we have lights off. And a very, very good start for all 3 of our ITC cars. Haven't seen anything gone wrong there. It's Arjun Balu quickly coming on the rear of Jeet Jabak at the moment, putting pressure. Anandit Reddy on the inside, still keeping in peace. Second at the moment, we have one of the TPR cars, car number 14, that has gone off. The Performance Racing, RP Raja. Wow, what an incredible race 1 he had. He's had contact with somebody in that start order and has washed away. Oh no. It's a clear upset for our championship contender in the Super Stock Series. Disaster for the Performance Racing team at the moment. They've still got Deepak Ravikumar, who's in that hunt and in that championship bout. Well, as it stands for the top order, we've got the safety car out. Well, we see the 2 cars that were involved in that incident. The drivers have walked out safely. That's a good thing. Number 23, Jeet Jabak, quickly making way and getting right ahead. But it's going to be a tough one because we have the safety car that's coming out. This will definitely bunch up the 17 car grid, right now reduced to 15 cars. If you've just tuned in, welcome back, folks. This is round 1 of the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Car Racing Championship 2021. We kicked off the second half of this beautiful Sunday afternoon with the all saloons categories. 3 categories to name. There's a lot of debris that's there on that main straight. It's quite tricky to keep the car away from it. Safety car out there in the front, leading the pack. This is where everybody will bunch through. I'm very curious to see what strategy the VW Motorsport cars are going to put forth once the race resumes. Post lap 1, it was Jeet Jabak who clocked in the fastest with a 156. There's the beautiful VW Taigun. In all its glory here at the Madras Motor Racetrack, making its debut as the new safety car for the 2021 season. Well, there's our top order at the moment. Positions will remain as is from the previous lap. Disaster for the Performance Racing crew at the moment, with RP Raja taking a hit from the race start and getting knocked off this race. We had one more car that was involved in that incident. Both drivers are okay. Tough day for them. From the looks of it, that was one of our women drivers, Dr. Shivani. Unfortunate day for both drivers. It was looking to be a very promising afternoon for them. Recovery crew and our marshals are quick at their job, trying to clear the main straight of all the debris and the cars that were involved in the incident. The two VW Motorsport cars driven by Jeet and Anandit in that 1 and 2, followed by reigning champion Arjun Balu on his Honda City VTEC. There's still a little bit of debris to be cleared. Cars are being roped into the pit lane at the moment. Will help both the drivers and the teams to quickly clear the debris, also avoid any punctures. We've seen it before where debris from crashes have led to unfortunate punctures and then retirement from the race. That's not what any of these drivers want to have this time around. Our privateer Charan Chandran still got his number plate on the car. Very beautiful looking Honda City there. Really like the way the new Honda City has come out. I'm curious to see if the drivers going forward will pick the new car over the old one. Well, the old one is a legend and still has a legacy. It's still to date is the go-to car in the ITC, the IGTC and the Superstock. Let's not forget, these cars could be more than 15-year-olds. All drivers keeping a healthy amount of gap between each other. They'll want to keep that tire temperature on hold, not letting it drop. Otherwise, the moment the race resumes, it's going to be a bit tricky, those first few corners. We've got 4 teams in the mix for the Superstock series. We've got Team Race Concepts, Performance Racing, Momentum Motorsports. In the IGTC, we've got 2 performance racing cars, 1 privateer and 1 Team Race Concepts car. And in the ITC, we've got 2 VW Motorsport cars and 1 Race Concepts car as well. Looks like they're back on that main straight. should be the final lap with the safety car still on. Well, there you see. The track looks nice and clean, all the debris cleared out. Well, folks, we're going to see racing action resume very, very soon. Keep your eyes peeled on that front row, because I'm very curious to see how Jeet Jabak and Anandit Reddy strategize to make sure they get a 1 and 2. Are we going to see a team effort, or is it every man for himself? The IGTC, it's Varun who's leading and who's ahead in that position at the moment, with Teja behind Hatim and Charan Chandran following closely behind. There's the rest of the super stock cars that are coming in. I'm pretty sure Jeet would want to keep Arjun as back as possible at the moment. Yeah, the safety car rolls in. All right, folks, stay tuned. They're coming into the final corner as the race resumes. It's all guns blazing into turn 1. Can Jeet get himself a nice gap coming into turn 1? Well, this car has got the power to back that driver. Quickly making ground at P3 at the moment. There's the rest of the pack, and we have a green flag, ladies and gentlemen. The race resumes. This is race 2 in the saloon car categories, the ITC, the IGTC, and the super stock. Hot action coming in that IGTC 4-pack race at the moment, with Varun Anekar leading the charge. Hatim Srinivas fighting it for P2, and Charan Chandran in a lonesome P3, but he's also entered that mix. Arjun Balu desperately trying to get ahead of Anandit Reddy at the moment. He knows what's at stake, and he knows that Polo out there in that front is going to run away if he doesn't make a break for it. Anandit bringing all his defenses out here at the Madras Motor Racetrack at the moment. He knows how capable Arjun is to turn things around. Let's not forget Anandit, also a very fierce competitor in this series. Good defensive line there from Anandit, going to the inside. Arjun coming slightly wide into turn 8 as they go into turn 9, trying to stick as close as possible to Anandit at the moment. Into that short straight they go, coming into turn 10. There's that car number 39 into turn 11 over the bridge. Still not close enough to make a pass as of yet. We've got 5 laps remaining with Jeet Jabak for VW Motorsport leading the charge. Car number 23. Anandit Reddy, car number 21, following closely behind, keeping Arjun Balu in third at the moment. Last time around it was Jeet Jabak proving to be why he's the race leader with a 152.878, the fastest we've seen him go during this race. Anandit with a 153.836 and Arjun Balu with a 153.593. Picking up some dust there as he enters turn 5, exiting into turn 5 right now. Arjun Balu clocking the fastest sector 1. We can definitely see him catching up to Anandit Reddy at the moment. Jeet Jabak knows what's at stake. He knows that he needs to keep his head down and work this car around the Madras Motor Racetrack. Anandit still keeping very tight and very defensive. Arjun trying to go on the outside, but a little bit of lock up there from his wheels. He's managed to keep it steady. He's on the prowl right now. He's all over that rear of that VW Polo. Can our reigning champ get ahead? The next few laps is definitely going to be a show worth watching. Peel your eyes onto the screen, folks. This is anybody's race. Very, very close quarter action coming in from Arjun Balu. He comes on the outside into turn 1 at the moment. Anandit Reddy on pressure at the moment, but still not close enough. Anandit closes that door shut. Arjun there, picking up some mud. There's a bit of contact and Arjun swipes off into the grass at the moment. That is disaster for Team Race Concepts at the moment. Wow. He went a little too wide into turn 1 there. Picked up some mud at the exit of turn 1. Lost a bit of that traction. There was a bit of contact between him and Anandit and he spun out. There you see he picked up quite a bit of mud there and you see the contact there. Anandit very, very lucky to have managed to keep it steady and get ahead. Disaster for Team Race Concepts at the moment. Arjun Balu definitely has his work cut out for, and it is going to be a mammoth task for him to catch up to our race leaders, Jeet and Anandit. Jeet's going to be extremely happy if he has a look at his rear view mirrors at the moment. Can the battle of the teammates go down now? It's still anybody's race, folks. We've got coming to the end of the 7th lap. We've got 3 more laps remaining. Hot action coming in that super stock series. There's our Arjun Balu still coming back and trying to make a big, quick recovery. He's still in 3rd. He's still in that championship bout. And it's round 1. Last time around he clocked in the fastest with the 152.850. This is where we've seen Arjun the strongest. He really is able to tame the power from that Honda City VTEC. Endless times we've seen that. And he is on hammer drive right now. Late into the brakes into turn 2. Keeping it nice and clean. Looks like he's losing a little bit of control over the Honda City. I hope, I'm not sure if there was any damage that was incurred during that incident. There we see in the Superstock number 24 going to the inside. There's a 3-way fight between number 44, 2401. Wow. 4-way fight into turn 2 at the moment. This is turning out to be an interesting race. Number 55 all over the rear of number 1 at the moment. The 18-year-old for Team Race Concepts trying to put in that pressure and get ahead. In the IGTC, there's a 3-way fight that's happening for P2 at the moment. Varun Anekar comfortably sitting ahead. Charging that 3-way fight for 2nd at the moment. For performance racing is Srinivas Teja. Oh, what's this? It's Anandit Reddy that's really closed in that gap with Jeet Jabak. Now it's a fight between the teammates. Anandit very, very close to the rear of Jeet Jabak. Jeet knows what's coming for him and he's keeping it nice and tight and defensive at the moment. He's trying to keep Anandit at bay. Can Anandit get on that outside and pass him? It's going to be a difficult task. Both these drivers very, very competitive, very skilled drivers, and do carry the experience at this fine and highest level of racing. Last time around, Arjun Balu clocked in the fastest with a 151.609. Wow. He's cleared 2 seconds of our race leaders. Stay tuned, folks. He's in hot pursuit. We got 2 laps remaining. What's turning out to be a duo, a fight between the teammates on their VW Polos. Jeet versus Anandit. Very strong contenders, very skilled drivers. Anandit slingshotting into the outside. What's this? We've got another incident here. Looks like it's car number 1 and car number 93 that's been involved. It's Ritwik Thomas and car number 1, Chetan Kurada, that was involved in that incident at turn 2. There we see 4-way fight that's happening in. Oh, disastrous day. Now the cars got sandwiched but managed to get ahead without losing a position. Chetan seeking help from the marshals. And here we have in this final lap shootout. Anandit Reddy finally makes that pass into turn 1, getting onto the inside. Jeet Jabak all over that rear end, coming onto the outside. Can he make? He comes back into the inside in turn 2, but not close enough. Anandit closes that door shut. There's still fierce, competitive racing action that's coming in between the 2 VW cars. Emotions are high in the VW pits at the moment. Both their drivers on a 1 and 2 as they fight it out on this final lap. Oh, that's almost contact. Literally kissing the bumper. Jeet is at it. As far as lap timings are concerned, it's Jeet with a 154.863 and Anandit with a 154.737. They're right there. It's a shootout. Anandit manages to inch away a little further from Jeet. He's trying to catch up to Arjun Balu in race 1. Had a tough one, still takes a 2nd and 3rd. He wants this win. Puts him ahead in that championship fight. Arjun Balu still far, far away, but will finish in that podium contention to take those valuable points. There's Anandit Reddy. Car number 21 coming to the final corner here. Onto the final straight and takes the checkered flag for a win in the Indian Touring Cars Championship. With Jeet Jabak, car number 23, taking 2nd. And for Team Race Concepts, number 39, Arjun Balu. That's a top order for the ITC series. Let's go have a look at the IGTC, the Indian Junior Touring Cars, as well as the Superstock series. There's a raging fight that's going. 5 cars here going at it. Leading the charge. Is K. Srinivas Teja. But finishing on a high and taking yet another win, making a double, is Varun Anekar for Team Race Concepts, car number 88, that just took the checkered flag. The finish for 2nd and 3rd awaits. It's an open shootout. From the look of that tussle, it's car number 6, Srinivas Teja for Performance Racing. It's coming in into the final corner. A lot of pressure coming in from his teammate, from Charan Chandran. What a race for the IGTC as well as the Superstock series. A lot of ups and downs and movement in this. Well, provisionally, let's take a look at our top order in the ITC, the Indian Touring Cars. It's car number 21, Anandit Reddy on his VW Polo for Volkswagen Motorsports. In P2 is Jeet Jabak on car number 23, again for Volkswagen Motorsports. In P3 for Team Race Concepts is Arjun Balu, who had a disaster earlier on but still manages to finish third and take those points. That's our top three order for the ITC. In the IJTC, it's Varun Anikar making it a double. Car number 88 takes the win. In P2 is K. Srinivas Teja. In P3 is Charan Chand. That's our top three in the IGTC. And in the Superstock, it's Deepak Ravi Kumar for Performance Racing on car number 25, who takes the win. With Rajashekar on car number 44, who comes in second. And in third, for Team Race Concepts, is car number 55, Div Nandan, the 18-year-old who takes a podium in his second race. We've been told to watch out for this youngster, and he's putting a show to watch out for. Our top three having a chat about that incident earlier on. The environment at VW Motorsport is going to be one of victory with a 1 and 2 finish for them. Also adding points to their team as well as in the championship mix. Great racing from all three of them, but it was Anandit Reddy. What a masterclass drive from this youngster. He put in that work. It took time, but he takes the checkered flag. What a win. In P2, Jeet Jabak. In P3, Arjun Balu. Let's go catch up with our race winners down at the pit lane. Stay tuned, folks.
Yeah, I think it was a very good race for us and for the team 1-2. Considering, we knew the race concepts car was really fast and Arjun's a really good driver. I think we did the best we could and we got the perfect result. It was quite an exciting race for me. First, I had to make sure I didn't get passed by Arjun. He drove fantastically. Once I knew that he wasn't in the race anymore, I had the opportunity to kind of close the gap to Jeet. And just kind of wanted to be there if something happened, and sure enough, these things happen in racing. And then a lap, I guess he went wide in one corner, and that gave me the opportunity to build up to the past 3 corners later. So really good result for us, and I'm super excited about the result. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
So obviously I'm not very happy that we came second individually, but as a team it's a great result for us in 1 and 2. I was struggling a bit after the 4th lap. My car had a bit of issue, but we'll sort it out among ourselves. But yeah, I'm happy that we are 1 and 2, so I'm looking forward to the next weekend now. Yeah, thank you.
Mixed reactions. We had a good start. We had all the pace to be up front, but I knew with the 2 Volkswagens in front, they're going to make life very difficult. Obviously, the second car was making it very easy for the first car. That's the advantage you have when you're a team. But I got a run on them multiple times. I just wish they'd given me a little bit more space in the braking area, and I didn't want to go anywhere near them. But I don't know which lap it was. I think we touched on the braking in C2, and it spun me off. I went into the grass and fortunately rejoined and I just drove as hard as I could just to salvage whatever we can. The pace was very good this weekend. We're happy to get a pole position and a first, and suppose there's nothing much we could do with these 2 cars running up front. The way they were running up front with the strategy they had, I suppose this is the best we could do. So we look forward to the next one. Hopefully come back with a bit more speed.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome back, viewers, and we are back at the Madras Motor Racetrack for the penultimate race in round 1 of the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Car Racing Championship. This race is for the Volkswagen Polo category. Again, following the format of this championship, the top 8 contenders are reversed and from their race result of race 1. So on pole position is Ritesh Rai, with P2 is Pratik Sonwane, P3 is Siddharth Mendiratha, and P4 is Oshan Katodia. So it's going to be interesting because these are seasoned drivers who've been there for some time. So Ritesh, on pole position for race 2, what's going to be your strategy?
I want to drive a clean race. Let's see what happens. So no, not planning anything much. I want to do my best and drive a clean race.
So you heard that from Ritesh. It's just keeping it simple, keeping it clean, and to ensure that he is there till the finish to take the checkered flag. P2 is Pratik Sonwane. Pratik, a seasoned campaigner now. You've been there for 3 seasons, and on the reverse grid format, you are in P2. So what's going to be your strategy?
I really need to begin compensating for the first race, to be honest. I had some technical issues with the car. So right now it's game on since lights out, so yeah.
So for him, it's game now on with the lights off. But I'm quite intrigued with your ballast which you're carrying there. Is that your ballast? It's only a bottle of water to keep you fresh. Okay, all the best. Enjoy your race. P3, Siddharth Mendiratha. Siddharth, now you are also another seasoned campaigner in the Volkswagen category, and on the reverse grid format, you are now on P3. So what's going to be your strategy to move ahead of P1 and P2?
Well, I'm just going to see how the race start pans out and take it how the race goes. It just depends. The ideal thing would be to get the early good start and try and be like P2 at least by the first corner, and depending on how the other drivers drive and how the weather conditions hit the car.
So good, all the best. So you hear that all of them having different strategies. Siddharth would want to make the early moves and move up by the first corner itself and try to lead the race all through to the checkered flag. So it's going to be an interesting 10-lap race for the Volkswagen Polo category.
that was Mr. Amit Arora coming to you live from the race grid for the second race in the VW Polo 1 Make Championship. 10 lap stands in their way. We've got the formation lap coming up next. Well, while they're out, let's have a quick look at our grid. As part of our championship format, we've got a reverse grid. What that means is that the top 12 of race 1 will start in a reverse order. So Ritesh Rai, who finished 12th in race 1, starts in pole during this race. In P2, Pratik Sonavane from Pune on car number 7. In P3 is Siddharth Mehdi Ratta for car number 9. In P4 is Oshan from Pune. In P5, Sai Sanjay from Salem. In P6 is Arya Singh from Kolkata. In P7, Sandeep Kumar. In P8, Avik Anwar. In P9, Ayman Sadat from Bangladesh. In P10, Saurav from Thane. In P11, Anmol Singh from Ghaziabad. In P12, our race 1 winner, who's definitely on a high this round, is Aditya Swaminathan. In P13 is Sahil Sanjay Shaler from Pune. In P14, Yokesh Varan K from Coimbatore. In P15, Adil Shah from Thane. In P16, Shreyas Dimate from Pune. In P17, Viraj Jairaj. In P18, Prashant Antil. In P19, Ishayat Hussain. In P20, Ayush Tainwala. In P21 is Arfin Rafi from Bangladesh. And closing this 22 by car grid is Diana from Pune on car number 15. She's back at it. Well, she was part of that collateral in the incident that happened in race 1. We had 2 race restarts for this VW 1 Make Championship race during their first race. Tough to see 2 race starts between 10 laps. That's just the level of competition, the tight, packed action and skill levels that these drivers are at. Ritesh Rai, sitting on that pole, will be looking to make a getaway. Such a beautiful platform for young drivers in India to come down, actually feel like what and experience what racing is, and get a chance to etch themselves in the Indian circuit racing for 4-wheelers. All these drivers, young drivers here, to make their mark. We've got some seasoned drivers in the VW 1 Makes Championship Series, as well as a lot of newcomers who will learn the art of racing through the next 4.5 rounds. Their race 2, round 1, is about to start. It's Ritesh on pole, Pratik in P2, Siddharth in P3, and Oshan in P4. Championship leader Aditya Swaminathan in P12. In P11 is Anmol, who finished second, and Saurav put in a mammoth effort to finish in third. Lights are coming on. Stay tuned, folks. It's race time. And what a start. A lot of spin coming in from Ritesh's car there. Struggling to get off that start. It's Pratik, who's a seasoned driver, who's come out ahead, as you can see, into turn 1. Coming into the inside, Ritesh trying to quickly recover from that horrendous start that he had. A lot of wheel spin that came in from his front end. There's that 22 car grid going into turn 2 and turn 3 at the moment. A clean turn 2 finish. Can it be a cleaner turn 3 finish for all 22 cars? the racing unfolds. Car number 7 is quick to get away. We've seen this before from Pratik during his earlier season, especially, I remember, during his debutant season. Straight off the back, Pratik was a very, very skilled and quick driver. Quickly adapted to this environment and started putting in the grunt work, taking in wins, podiums. He wants that championship. He's come here for that. He's going to put in that work. Can Aditya Swaminathan cut it and come back into that top podium contention from 12 to P1? It's going to be a tough one, but we've seen a lot of things happen in 10 laps. Look at that. The VW Polo, race ready, race built, primed for action. All the way from that factory in Pune. Brought down here and now putting the test to these cars. Last time around it's Pratik. Clocked in the fastest with a 2-minute flat 7.94. Quickest around the block. We're seeing a lot of changes in this order. Aditya has moved up 2 positions to be in 10th. Ayman in 9th. Avik in 8th. Anmol in 7th. Oshan in 6th. Sandeep in 5th. Sai in 4th. That's our top 10. With Pratik leading the charge, Ritesh in hot pursuit, and Siddharth Mediratha in P3. Ritesh definitely feeling some pressure from Siddharth at the moment. Very quick sector that's coming in from... what's interesting is sector 2 for the top 10. Very close contention. Less than 100th difference between all of them. Incredible pace and competition from this young bunch. While the evening sun sets far in that horizon. Welcome back to the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Car Racing Championship 2021. We're coming to the end of round 1. It's been a cracker of a Sunday. Beautiful day for racing. The second last race of this round. The Volkswagen One Make Polo Championship races is underway. There's car number 3, Sai Sanjay, getting in some pressure from car number 18, Sandeep Kumar. Very strong contenders again, not to be written off. Well, in this lead charge, it's Pratik Sonavane, but what's interesting to see is Ritesh Rai, how well he's responded back to that horrendous start that he had. He's the quickest of the top 3 at the moment with the 157.405. Siddharth Mediratha, who's trailing behind in 3rd with the 157.551. And our race leader, Pratik, with the 157.672. There will definitely be some close quarter action that's coming in. Our race 1 winner, Aditya, still trailing in 10th. Not making any sizable impression on Ayman at the moment. Last time around it was Avik Anwar who clocked in the fastest, down there at 8th with a 157.403. All of them quickly improving their pace lap on lap. Bumper to bumper racing scene in that mid pack, wherever it is. Look at the ray of bikes. My bad. The ray of cars that are coming down there at that back straight. Pratik Sonavane now under pressure from Ritesh Rai. Siddharth Mediratha also catching up to this front pack fight. A very, very strong Ritesh Rai that we're seeing as the laps unfold. He's definitely caught on to that slipstream. Will be looking to make a pass. Stay tuned, folks. The next couple of corners are going to be absolutely stunner. It's car number 22 leading the charge in P5 at the moment. We've got a two-way fight that's going on for P4. Sandeep and Sai Sanjay. Ocean Kotari trying to put some pressure on Sandeep, but a little further back at the moment. Well, this is where we've seen Pratik really gain some momentum and build in some gap between him and his competition. Ritesh coming under pressure from Siddharth, Sai and Sandeep. Could it be a four-way fight for that P2? Slowly but steadily, it looks like Pratik slowly inching a little more gap, being out there as the race leader. Very good drive from him so far. Not made any errors, keeping it nice and tight, putting in that work. Car number 3 coming ahead of car number 9 at the moment. There's a three-way fight. This front row is definitely packing on at the moment. Very close in lap times. Actually, it's so close that I'm surprised they're not bumper to bumper as yet. Siddharth, Sai, Sandeep, all of them with the 157, 471, 423, 444. As they come onto the main straight, 6 lap remains. Pratik Sonamani still leads the charge. Ritesh following closely behind. Siddharth Mediratha, Sai and Sandeep in hot pursuit for that podium contention. As by car number 11 under pressure right now from car number 14. Anmol versus Avik. Anmol definitely moving up the chart from 11th into 7th at the moment. Good drive from him. A race 1 winner moves down into P11th at the moment. A change in order yet again in that mid-pack. Very strong competition turning out to be in that mid-pack. Ooh, turning in, keeping the hammer down. 3 wheels racing it is. The main fight that's happening right now is between Ocean, Anmol, Avik and Ayman. This mid-pack is where the action is turning out to be really interesting. There's car number 22 putting on the pressure on Anmol at the moment. There's a constant change in order between Anmol, Ocean and Sandeep. There's our top 3 contenders, our front runners. Pratik on car number 7, Ritesh on car number 13, Siddharth on car number 9. Good to see the only women driver in this grid. Diana started off in 22nd, has moved up 2 spots into P20 at the moment. She'll want to take that checkered flag after a disastrous race 1. Great effort from the VW Motorsports team to get that car up and running. There's that fight going on between car number 3 for P5 at the moment, who's being closely hunted down by Anmol, Ocean and Avik. 4 cars in that P5 contention. You see car number 13 on our screens there. Lonesome P2 at the moment. He's managed to build some momentum and gap between himself and Siddharth Mediratta at the moment. Mediratta very soon going to come under pressure from Sandeep Kumar, who slowly built in that gap for P4 and P5. The hunt is on, the chase is on. Number 22 putting in that pressure on car number 11 at the moment. Car number 9 there, Siddharth Mediratta, who's currently in third, but under pressure from car number 18. We've still got 4 laps and anything can happen. 4 laps is a lot of time and distance for anything and everything to happen. Last time around, it was Sandeep Kumar who clocked in the fastest with a 156.916. He's bringing in his A game. But Siddharth Mediratta better put on his best foot forward, because he's definitely under pressure. We can expect a move from Sandeep any time now as they come into turn 4. Sandeep quickly trying to see where to put his front tire at. Very good driving from Siddharth Mediratta at the moment, keeping it very defensive, very difficult for Sandeep to actually make a pass as yet. He's not giving him that room for any kind of exposure, keeping that door tightly shut. Well, how long can Siddharth Mediratta keep that door shut? Can he hold that defense? Well, right now, with that two-way fight for P3, both Ritesh and Pratik have slowly edged a further amount of gap between themselves. Sector 1 times of our top 5 are practically the same. That just shows the level of skill and competition that's there in this 22 car grid. There's Pratik. Sonavane had a tough race one, but this reverse grid definitely helped him get onto that podium and take the win. We've got 3 laps remaining while Pratik leads the show very comfortably in P1. He looks to be in a very, very strong position, with Ritesh Rai also cruising in second. A two-way fight raging on between Siddharth and Sandeep at the moment, with Siddharth keeping his defenses at an all-time high. For the contention for P4 and P3 is the fight that's raging on at the moment. We've also got a 3-way battle going on between Anmol, Ocean and Avik. Car number 11, 22 and 14. Quietly joining that mix is also car number 1, Saurav Bandyapade. A 4-way fight. Every point matters. They know that this is the opening round. Second race of the opening round. There are points to be taken. There's a lot at stake here. Very important to clearly be dominant in this initial stages of the championship. Car number 18 all over the rear end of Siddharth Mediratta at the moment. Still not able to really pass Siddharth. Sandeep definitely trying everything possible, every play in his book. Can Siddharth outshine him? Will Siddharth outplay him? All this and more to come in the final 2 laps of this 10-lap VW Polo one-make championship race. Pratik Sonwane still looking very, very comfortable in P1. Ritesh Rai in P2. Siddharth Mediratha still leading the charge in P3 with a lot of pressure coming in from Sandeep Kumar. Looks like it's going to be a last lap shootout between the two and a four-way battle that's still raging on between Anmol, Oshan, Avik and Saurabh. The Bangladeshian Ayman in P9. Aditya Swaminathan, our race 1 winner in P10. That's our top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Aditya and Ayman managed to keep a bit of gap between themselves. Going to be a really hard task for Aditya to catch up to Ayman at the moment. In P11 is Sahil. In P12 is Sai Sanjay. In P13 is Arya Singh. In P14 is Ayush. In P15 Yokesh. In P16 Ishayat. In P17 Viraj. In P18 Adil. In P19 Prashant. In P20 is Diana. Look at that four-way battle for 5th. Scrambling all over each other. Very good move coming in from Anmol there. He took a very wide line and that really took that risk into cutting across. Glad it paid off, but it's still anybody's race. Right now, it's Ocean that's leading this charge. Car number 14, Avik Anwar, in that chase. And car number 1, Saurabh, staying closely behind as they get onto the final lap of this 10-lap shootout. Siddharth Mediratha, what a stupendous drive from him. I'm absolutely impressed with the way he's kept Sandeep Kumar at bay so far. Can Sandeep make a final pass at him? They definitely cut off a lot of that gap that Ritesh Rai had built in. Will it be a three-way fight for P2? The checkered flag awaits. They've got half a lap remaining. What a drive from our race leader, Pratik Sonwane. Incredible performance from him. He got that start straight off, took the lead at turn 1 and never looked back. Incredible, the youngster from Pune. Car number 7 on his VW Polo. Happy smiles for him. One corner remaining as he glides into turn 12. There you go. It's Pratik Sonwane that takes the win with Ritesh Rai. A pole man taking second. And Siddharth Mediratha, a valiant and powerful drive from him to take third. Sandeep Kumar putting everything out there to take 4th. Anmol in 5th. Oshan in 6th. Avik in 7th. Saurabh in 8th. Ayman Sadat in 9th. Sahil in 10th. That's our top 10. In P11 is Sai Sanjay. In P12, Arya Singh. In P13, Aditya Swaminathan. In P14, Ayush Steinwal. In P15, Yokesh. In P16, Ishayat. In P17, Viraj Jairaj. In P18, Adil Shah. In P19, Prashant Ayan. an incredible drive from Pratik. That was a class act drive from Pratik. From second to take the win. Didn't put a foot wrong, managed to keep it steady and take the win. And that's car number 15. The only women in this grid moves 2 spots up to take 20th. Wow, that's been an incredible race too in the VW Polo One Make Championship Series, with Pratik Sonawane starting his points tally. Ritesh Rai taking second, Siddharth in third. Let's go catch up with our race winners on the pit lane. Pratik, Ritesh and Siddharth. As car number 21 crosses the finish line. In 21. What a race, folks. Stay tuned, let's go catch up with our race winners, Pratik, Ritesh and Siddharth, for their second race in the VW Polo One Make Championship Series.
The race was really good. The first race wasn't that great for me. I had some technical issue with the car, so I was almost about to retire. But it was a great comeback. VW just sorted out the car for me like brilliantly. Kudos to the VW team, and the car was just phenomenal. Right from lights out, there was absolutely everything was spot on. I was able to extract the best out of the car in the given conditions, and most importantly, even the MRF tire compounds that we've been given this weekend. We got to experiment with 3 different tire compounds, and it was exceptional to see that the soft compounds were behaving in a different nature, had a different characteristic compared to the other compounds. And overall, it's a great comeback for me. I would say my first weekend wasn't going that great, and there were a lot of challenges from pre-season testing all the way till qualifying. And but I think the weekend has ended on a good high note. So first of all, I would like to give an immense thank you to Volkswagen Motorsport India for setting up these cars brilliantly, and secondly to MRF for organizing the event in the middle of a pandemic and still pulling it off with all the safety precautions. So cheers.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
Reverse grid, but I mean, I kept my composure, kept a clean race. Pratik had a good start, and I kept pressurizing him till the end. And you know, otherwise it was a good clean race. I mean, it's been a difficult weekend, but you know, couldn't have asked for more being on the podium. Thank you. Thank you.
I started P3, finished P3. It was a good race. Sandeep Kumar attacked very well, but I was managed to hold on to it, so I'm happy with that. It was a long race. I had a few early good laps, like 4-5 laps I was on pace, but then I think my tires got overheated, and that is when I started understeering, so it was just decent to defend. But yeah, overall decent race. We're looking forward to round 2, hoping to get some pole positions and race win and try and win the championship this year.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome back, viewers, and we are back for the one final time on the grid at the Madras Motor Racetrack for the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Car Racing Championship 2021 Round 1. This is the final race of the MRF F1600 category. This is race 3 for them, and as per the regulations, they run as per the second best qualifying lap what these drivers set in the qualifying. So in pole position is Suryavardhan from Coimbatore. In P2 is Shahan Ali Mohsin from Agra. P3 is Chirag Gorpode from Bangalore. So Suryavardhan, your first year in the Formula 1600 category. So far, so good. What's your strategy for this race?
Just keep my head down and push every lap until the end and get the race win.
Good. So as you hear it from Suryavardhan, just keep his head down, concentrate, and go for the win. Shahan Ali, any difference in your strategy or still just attack, get to the lead and stay in the front? What's your strategy, bud?
Me and Surya have been racing for long, but strategy is still the same. Attack and hold the lead and win the race.
Good. So you can all see the confidence these young drivers are having. It's like, you know, they are in the car, they put their head down, and it's just concentrate to win the race. Chirag, a mixed weekend till now. So what's your strategy for the final race of this weekend?
Of course, it's to win this race. For me now, it's all about trying to hit the front early as I can, and from there on probably defend out. So we'll see. But the most important thing in these cars, I feel, is the starts. If you get a good start, you're in a really good position. So if I nail the start, I'm in a good job.
Good. All the best. So there you hear it from another youngster, Chirag Gorpade from Bangalore. It's all about getting that good start and then trying to keep up the lead in the front. So let's see what happens in the final race of this round and the final race of the MRF F1600 for the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Car Racing Championship 2021.
Welcome one and all. The round 1 of the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Car Racing Championship 2021 is underway. Day 2. It's been a beautiful, action-packed Sunday here at the Madras Motor Racetrack. We're down to the final race of round 1. It's the MRF Formula 1600 class, race 3 for them. Let's take a quick look at our grid while our drivers complete their formation lap. In pole, starting off race 3, race 1 winner, K. Suryavardhan from Coimbatore. In P2, Shan Ali Mohsin, race 2 winner from Agra. In P3, Chirag Golpade. In P4, Ashwin Datta on car number 5. In P5, Rishon Rajiv from Bengaluru. In P6, Dillon Zachariah from Chennai. In P7, car number 25, Deepak Ravikumar. In P8, Amir Syed from Kerala. In P9, Vishwas Vijayaraj. In P10, V. Nikant. In P11, Anusriya Gulari. In P12, Prabhu A.S. from Namakkal. Closing this 12-car grid. 12 cars, 8 laps to that checkered flag. The championship tally has started for multiple drivers here. Contenders, Surya, Shan Ali, Chirag, Rishon, Deepak Ravikumar, Amir Syed are all in that championship bout. Can K. Surya repeat a very formidable form that he's had through this round 1? It was a tough race 2, but he'll be definitely looking to take the checkered flag for the win in race 3. Final race. It's the 26th of September, 4:18 on the clock. Slightly warmer side this evening. Good temperature for those MRF slicks. To help these drivers, give them the best control and maneuverability from their cars. Lights are on. It's race time, folks. Let's go. It's Shan Ali versus K. Surya on that start. Fantastic start from Surya, taking the lead on into this lap 1, corner 1, with Shan Ali Mohsin following closely behind. There's a 3-way fight going on for P3 and a 4-way fight for P4 at the moment. Fantastic driving from all these 12 young, very vibrant drivers. Oh, there's contact a little too hard there from one of the cars in that back. He lost his front wing. It's car number 14, K. Surya. Wow, I'm not really sure what went on in that first 2 corners. But K. Surya, who was our pole man and led this race early on, has moved way down in the order. As the cars come into that back straight, it's a very jubilant Shan Ali Mohsin trying to make this a double win as he leads the race for the first time around in race 3. Last time around, a very, very strong sector 1 from car number 5, Ashwin Datta, with a 37.5. We can't rule out Ashwin Datta earlier on. The last 2 races had a lot of car trouble, but he's back. Our race leader crosses the finish line for the first time at the end of lap 1. In P2 is car number 5, Ashwin Datta, moving up 3 spots. Wow, what a fabulous race from Ashwin Datta so far. In P3, Chirag Golpade for car number 36. In P4, the veteran Deepak Ravikumar. In P5, Dillon Zachariah. In P6 is Rishon Rajiv, who's moved down the order. In P7 is Amir Syed. In P8 is K. Surya. In P9, V. Nikant. In P10, Anusriya. In P11, Prabhu Ace. It was Vishwas Vijaya on car number 12 that had the incident earlier on in turn 12, who's come down into the pits. Tough day for him in this race 3. His car number 54 collecting some dust as they enter into turn 5 and exit out of turn 5 at the moment. He's bringing the pressure on into Deepak Ravikumar. And Chirag Ghorpade, from the looks of it, Deepak Ravikumar has managed to inch his way ahead in this pack. There's our top 4 cars coming into turn 8 at the moment. Slight lock-up from Deepak Ravikumar's car there. Movement coming in from car number 23, going into the inside and taking on car number 14. A pole man fights on with Amir Syed. There's Chirag Ghorpade. Last time around it was Shahan Ali Mohsin with a 146.564, blistering and blazing this track on fire. 6 laps remain. It's car number 25, Deepak Ravikumar, the veteran, who's had a mixed weekend. Some highs and lows for him today. But he's looking to finish strong and take another podium. It's car number 14. Under pressure from car number 23 at the moment, managing to stay ahead. Amir Syed trying to quickly recover from a slight wobble coming into turn 1. K. Surya pushing that Formula 1600 car to its best. Number 36 kicks off some dust earlier on as they exit out of turn 4. He's trying to catch up to Ashwin Datta, who's slightly slower than Chirag at the moment. Deepak Ravikumar trying to hold on to the rear of Chirag Ghorpade at the moment. On a lonesome P5 is Rishan Rajiv, comfortably sitting in P5 with Dillon. Under pressure from K. Surya and Amir Syed. V. Nikant further back in 9th, Anushriya in 10th and Prabhu A.S. in 11th. We have an early retirement from Vishwas Vijay earlier on. Had an incident with one of the cars at turn 2, lost his front wing and now had to retire from this race. As Deepak Ravikumar putting the hammer down, catching up to our front runners. Can Chirag Ghorpade keep Deepak Ravikumar, the veteran, at bay? Or will they all catch up to Ashwin Datta and make this a 3-way fight into second, with our race leader comfortably sitting and taking charge of this race? What an interesting turn of events. Here I was thinking K. Surya would make a repeat of race 1. But K. Surya currently trailing behind, putting in that work at 7th. Ashwin Datta trying to break Chirag off his slipstream, but in vain at the moment. That move cost him slightly on that momentum going into turn 4, helping Chirag catch up to the rear end of car number 36. Deepak Ravikumar in hot pursuit in P4 at the moment. He knows that he's got almost a finger right now in that podium contention. Can he catch up? Yes, he does. There's going to be a 3-way fight going into this P2 and P3 fight. What's interesting is Rishan Rajiv also clocking in a 141 with the rest of this pack, will definitely be able to catch up to the triple-headed Ashwin, Chirag and Deepak. Slightly wide from Deepak there, losing a bit of traction and losing that momentum and gap from Chirag. Ashwin Datta trying to recover quickly and get ahead. We see a drive-through for Deepak Ravikumar. Not really sure what went wrong, but I just saw a drive-through board for car number 25. Oh, that is disaster for the experienced Deepak Ravikumar. That's going to really cost him dearly. He's under pressure now from Rishan Rajiv. He's caught up to Deepak Ravikumar at the moment. We got just about 4 laps remaining. Alright, we just got an update from race control. Competition number 25, Deepak Ravikumar gets a drive-through penalty for a jump start. Oh, this is going to be disaster in Team 25. He was so close to that podium fight. He's bringing his best game possible here. It's going to be interesting to see where he lands up after the drive-through penalty. But he's got to get into the pit right now. Ashwin Datta still leading the charge for second at the moment, with Chirag in hot pursuit. Is definitely catching up to Ashwin Datta at the moment. Last time around, Ashwin Datta clocking a quicker 141.930. Deepak Ravikumar being signalled again for a drive-through. He needs to get into the pit in the coming lap, or there could be further consequences. A lot of oversteer coming in from Deepak Ravikumar's car at the moment. Rishan Rajiv quickly knows what's at stake. He knows he can catch up to these front runners. He's also in that 141's 469 at the moment. So as it stands, Ashwin, Chirag and Rishan are all with a 141.523, 141.349 and 141.469. Very close to each other. The moment Deepak gets into the pit lane, it's an open drive for Rishan to catch up and get into that podium contention. I wonder if Deepak managed to see and catch hold onto that drive-through penalty board for him. Best lap so far from our race leader, who's also got the fastest lap time around through this race, 140.680. He's close to a second clear. Ooh, a lockup coming in there for Deepak Ravikumar. Well, Rishan has moved up another place to get into fourth at the moment. Deepak Ravikumar still staying out at the moment. He's in hot pursuit. His only focus is on this drive. Well, I have a feeling this is going to cost him very, very dearly at the moment as he stands in P5. He's lost quite a bit of traction and momentum from Rishan at the moment. I think he's seen the drive-through penalty board. Last time around, Shan Ali Mohsin again showcasing his skill here, smashing his own previous best with a 140.648. He's constantly getting quicker. What a drive from this youngster. He's traveled a long way to come down here and race in the MRF Formula 1600 Championship Series. This is round one of the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Car Racing Championship 2021. The season opener is almost coming to a close. Ashwin Datta under pressure now. Chirag on hot pursuit. Amir Rishan Rajiv slightly losing momentum. Both Ashwin and Chirag definitely having the quicker lap time at the moment. Rishan still staying in the 141, but he's got some ground to cover if he's going to catch up to these front runners. And he's just got a lap remaining to make sure that happens. There's Deepak Ravikumar going and completing his drive-through penalty. He still can make it in that top 10. There's our battle for second, third and fourth at the moment. They're on their individual positions. Ashwin Datta steering clear of Chirag and Rishan at the moment. Rishan definitely trying to make the last of these few corners count. He can get into that podium fight. It could be a last corner battle between the two. If he manages to catch up to Chirag, he's just got a few corners remaining. There's our race leader. What a drive from him. Incredible drive from him. Shan Ali Mohsin. Take a bow, young man. Absolutely cracker of race. A champion in the making. And he's showing us how it's really done. 2 consecutives for him. Will it be? Can it be? And yes, it will be. He takes the checkered flag for first in race 3 of the Formula 1600 class, with Ashwin Datta, after an upset in race 1 and 2, takes second, starting his championship tally. And in P3, car number 36 taking third, Chirag Ghorpare steers clear into that podium win. What a brilliant race from the 3 of them. In P4, number 26. Maybe if there was another lap, we could have had some fun. But for now, Rishan will have to settle for 4th. A valiant, brave drive from Surya Vardhan. Car number 14 makes it in P5 after that upset during lap 1. In P6, car number 54, Dilon Zachariah. In P7, car number 23, Amir Syed. In P8, car number 56, V. Nikant Ram. In P9, car number 24, Anusriya Gulati. In P10, car number 29, Prabhu Ayas. In P11 is car number 95, Vishwas. That's our closing grid, folks. What an incredible race. Making it a double all the way from Agra on car number 11, Shahan Ali Mohsin shows us that he is a champion, contender and champion leader in the Formula 1600 class. This is round 1 of the MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Car Racing Championship 2021. We come to a close. It's been an absolutely stunning Sunday here. We're very thankful to the rain gods, keeping it dry and very pleasant for our drivers to go racing. Incredible effort from everybody, the teams, the drivers, the organizers. We've had a clean, class racing action unfold this Sunday. The most premier class championship organized by one of the oldest motorsports club, the Madras Motorsports Club. Year after year, it's just getting better. A big shout out to our recovery team, all the pit marshals, the track marshals, stat marshals. They've done a fabulous job through the entire day, making sure that we had a seamless and a class act day for racing. We hope you enjoyed today's show. The pandemic still continues, and we got to keep our guard on. Here at the Madras Motor Racetrack, the MMSC have taken utmost care to ensure all COVID protocols are being taken into consideration. All members who enter the track have to ensure that they've got their vaccination certificates in place or negative RT-PCR tests for each round. Masks, social distancing, hand sanitizers, you name it, everything is done by the book. I'm super happy that we still have the championship continuing with all these obstacles. fabulous, and it's been a cracker of a weekend. Thank you all for joining us. Let's go catch up with our race winners, Shahan, Ashwin and Chirag.
The race was good. We had a good pace. Race 1 we had a clutch burnt, so it wasn't a good race. We finished P7. Race 2 I won it. Race 3 I won. So we had good pace all weekend. I think it's a great weekend for us. First time winning in single seaters. So the race was good. It was very tiring with the cars and with the hotness, but this was good. I feel very happy to have finished 2 and 2 races out of 3, and it's a good weekend, and I hope I can carry this on for the next rounds and win the championship. Thank you.
Hi. It was a good race. I mean, coming back from a disastrous first 2 races, this definitely feels more sweeter, you know. And started 4th and managed to take 2 places in the first lap itself, and then tried to keep up with Shahan, but he was too quick. And no issues, but I'll be back stronger next weekend, and yeah, looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a good race. I had an okay start. I lost a position off the start, but then I made the position back in C3. So yeah, it was a difficult race actually to make moves. All of us were pretty similarly paced, and yeah, the moves weren't coming very easily. So had to settle for 3rd, but still it's a good finish. Thank you.
Well, that was the end of round 1 of the MRF MMSC fmsci International Car Racing Championship 2021. Your humble commentator, this is Vivek, signing off for this round, but we'll be back for the next one. Stay tuned, folks. Round 2, we'll have action-packed races. The championship fight just begun. Don't go anywhere. For all the live updates, follow, like, subscribe the Madras Motorsports Club channels on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. All live updates also are there on our website, the madrasmotorsportsclub.com. Do like, share and subscribe. Spread the love, spread the cheer. We want this sport to grow even to further heights. Thank you all for patiently watching us and supporting these drivers. Fabulous and valiant effort from everybody, the teams, the drivers, the organizers, everybody here. A beautiful closure to round 1. We'll be back with round 2. Stay tuned. Well, this is me signing off. Thanks for joining. Until the next time, drive safe, stay safe. Well, we've got the prize distribution ceremony up next. So don't go anywhere. Drop your comments, spread the love, show that cheer, and support. And support all our drivers and winners. They've put in a brave effort and done their best to take the win. Up next, we've got the highlights of the Formula 1600 class. Let's relive these fabulous moments that we've had. Until the next time, folks, this is your commentator, Mr. M. Vivek, signing off. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Motorsport, Deepak Ravikumar. We have a special award for the best rookie. The rookie for the race 1 of the FLGB 1300, Ruhan Alwa from M Sport. Come up, Ruhan. Deepak, your tuner. Anyone from Momentum Motorsport, just come up to collect your Tuners Award. Congratulations, winners. Well done. Next is for race 2 of the weekend, which was for the MRF Formula 1600, race 1 for the category. In third place, from Chennai, Dylan Zakaria. In second place, also from Chennai, Deepak Ravikumar. The winner of race 1 of the MRF Formula 1600 from Coimbatore, Suryavardhan. Congratulations, winners. In race 3 for the weekend, which was for all the saloons, for the super stock category, in third place from team Race Concept, Ritwik Thomas. In second place from team Performance Racing, RP Rajarajan. The winner, also from team Performance Racing, Deepak Ravikumar. Deepak Tuner. Money from Performance Racing. in race 3 for the saloons. For the IJTC winner, Charan Chandran from Coimbatore. Charan, your tuner. The tuner for Charan's car, please come up. From Arka. Only one. In the ITC or the Indian Touring Car category for the race 1, the winner from Race Concept, Arjun Balu. Arjun Tuner. Dinesh from Race Concept, come up for the Tuners Award. Race 4 for the weekend was for the Volkswagen Polo category. In third place from Thane, Saurav Bandopadhyay. In second place from Ghaziabad, Anmol Singh Sahil. The winner from Bengaluru, Aditya Swaminathan. The winners get trophies and checks for 50,000, 40,000 and 30,000 respectively. Race 5 for the weekend was for the FLGB 1300 category, race 2. In third place from team Momentum Motorsport, Tijil Rao. In second place from team DTS Racing, Arya Singh. The winner from team Quest Motorsport, Mohit Aryan. The rookie for this race from team M Sport, Ruhan Alwa. The tuner for Mohit's car, Amul Raj from team Quest Motorsport. Amul Raj. Race 6 for the weekend was for the MRF Formula 1600, the race 2 of this category. In third place from Bengaluru, Raishon Rajiv. In second place, also from Bengaluru, Chirag Gorpade. The winner from Agra, Shahan Ali Mohsin. Race 7 for the weekend was for all the saloons. In the super stock category, race 2. In third place from Chennai, Alisha A. In second place from Delhi, from team Race Concepts, Divya Nandan. The winner from team Performance Racing, Deepak Ravikumar. Tuner, Ravi. Deepak, tuner. Performance racing, anybody, sorry. In race 7 for the IJTC category, the winner from team Race Concept, Varun Anekar. Tuner, Varun. Ali, tuner Ali. For the ITC category race 2, the winner from team Rayo Racing, Anandit Reddy. Tuner Anandit. The tuner for Anandit's car, Salman from Rayo Racing. Race 8 for the weekend was Volkswagen Polo category. In third place from Lucknow, Siddharth Mendirata. They have the car. Come on, in second place from Chennai, Ritesh Rai. The winner from Pune, Pratik Sonwane. The winners also get checks for 50,000, 40,000 and 30,000 respectively. race 9, the final race, which was for the MRF Formula 1600. In third place, from Bengaluru, Chirag Gorpade. In second place, from Chennai, Ashwin Datta. The winner, Agra, Shahan Ali Mohsin. Congratulations all the winners, and thank you everybody for a fantastic weekend. We'll be back with round 2 of MRF MMSC fmsci Indian National Car Racing Championship shortly. Till then, thank you everybody and bye-bye.